Hello everyone, welcome to the workshop demo video of the ASD subject. So in this demo, I will show you how to create a release pipeline in Azure Pipelines. So you can deploy your application or project directly to Microsoft Azure. In order to finish this demo, you will need Azure subscription. You can use your UTS subscription, but it might have problem. In this case, you can use a different Microsoft account with Azure subscriptions. It can be a free subscription or a subscription with some credits. It's normal that you might encounter some problem, but it's okay. You just need to get an idea how you can set up this whole deployment pipeline. So in my case, I'm using a separate account because I don't have any credits in my UTS Azure subscriptions. You can do this as well. You just need to add this user to your DevOps organization, and this and with this Microsoft account, and you can use this user to actually set up the whole pipeline. Okay, so let's start. As before, as always, we need to create the project from the template first. So create the project. It takes several minutes. Now we have finished, we can navigate to the project. Okay. So before we actually try this, we also need to get the project from the GitHub repository. So this is a different repository as before. This is a deployed project, so you can get it using your VS Code. I already get mine here, so you can check what are the configurations. Okay, so I'm trying to fetch all the latest information from Microsoft, and just make sure that you are getting and push information to your own repository rather than the Microsoft official one. And we will use the release branch for the pipeline running. Okay, let's now check the pipeline. Edit the pipeline if you want, and just to authorize the GitHub account. If you have already done that, you will not need to do that. You can see in the release pipeline branch we have this pipeline. You can run the pipeline. It may take around a minute. When you finish, you can check the logs. You can see that in this pipeline we actually publish the artifacts, means that we are generating something we can deploy. So go back to the here we have one published artifact, and the drop it the zip file, including all the necessary files you need to deploy it. Okay. Next step is to create the app service instance in Microsoft Azure environment. In order to do this, you need to have an Microsoft subscription, as I mentioned. So then we are using a web app service. Go to the app service. You can select a subscription where you have money or credits, and then you can create one. Okay. can select the subscription. You can name the resource group. You can add an application name, whatever you have. Remember, it will check your name. It has to be unique because it's part of the domain name. Let's say test. Okay. Stacks .NET 5, Linux, Australian, and you can change the size to basic B1, and you can review and correct. When we review, we can create the web applications. I have already created one, so I will not repeat the process. When you finish, you can see the information of these applications. So you have an URL, and you have the status where it's running, subscription ID, and now you can check what it looks like. It's just a website because we haven't put anything in it yet, so it's a default page, just a default page website showing you website static web page on this domain name. Okay, so we have already deployed or set up this app service instance. It's basically a web server, so you can run your web application or your project on this instance or virtual machine. It's a virtual machine with the environment you need on the cloud. Okay. Now, next step is to connect your DevOps project with the Azure app service instance. So, in order to do that, go back to your project, project settings. Okay, service connections. Okay, you can see we already have a connection with GitHub, and we now are going to add a service connection to Azure, Microsoft Azure Resource Manager. Next, you can see you can also create connections to many other services like Docker, like Jira, like Kubernetes, Maven, NuGet, whatever. So you can actually integrate this DevOps service with other different softwares together. You don't have to choose Microsoft Azure or AWS or other cloud-based platforms. So just use the default thing. Do loading. So it directly detects the things I have. So the resource group, service connection name. Let's just name it as resource manager. Description, let's just leave it black. Setting up the connection. Now we have connect Microsoft Azure service with our project. Next step is to actually add a build stage and deploy stage to the pipeline. So go back to your project in VS Code. The previous YAML file doesn't contain any deployment information, so we can change that. So the major difference between this pipeline and compared with previous one is that we actually add the stage keywords here, and then in future we can actually change the pipeline into a multi-stage one instead of a single stage one. Okay. Now let's commit this changes to our pipeline and get back to your project. You can see it is triggered again. We have add a build stage to the pipeline, and then next we can add another stage called the release. Okay. Before we start to add the release pipeline, we first need to create an environment. So an environment is an abstract representation of the deploy environment. For example, for us, it will be the Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform, but we still need to specify it in Azure pipelines. Now let's see this environment. Create environment. You can see you have different options. You can also create virtual machine or Kubernetes as an environment. Here we just create black one and add resource later. So the name will be dev. Create. Remember that we have set up an app service in Microsoft Azure, and we have a name. So in this stage, we will add a variable to the pipeline to store the name of the previous setup web application application service, so that your Azure pipelines know the value and it know where to deploy your project. Okay, go to the library and then add a variable group, properties, say release, variables, add a name. Let's see, value is your previous service name. Mine is okay. Save. Okay, so it's now saved to my pipeline. Okay. Now, next step is to add this deployment stage to the pipeline. You can use the YAML file to add a stage. Here we add a stage named deployment. What we will do in this stage is that we use an agent, say a Ubuntu, and we first download the artifacts we generated previously, and then kind of using this Azure web apps to run this. We have this app name. You remember this is the name we input into the variables, and we just deploy the artifacts into that application. Okay, remember to save it and then copy. And push the changes, and your pipeline is again triggered. Okay, you can see now you have two stages. Okay, first stage is still build as previous, and then we have another stage to actually deploy the application. So in my case, it takes about 2 minutes to finish the whole process, including build and deploy. You can also check the details. It's all the tasks they have done in this pipeline. So it basically deploys this project to the application instance we have set up in Microsoft Azure. Okay. Now we can try again. Same website. Just refresh it. You can see it is now the application we have set up, the Space Game Web applications. Okay. So we have successfully deployed this application to the Microsoft Azure, and also we set up a pipeline. In the future, whenever you make a change, it will be automatically deployed to the cloud-based application service instance. Okay, that's the major things. You can also check the health status, monitor the health status of your pipelines. Okay, and check all the report in analytics. Okay, so this is the content of this demo video. Please keep in mind that deployment is far more complicated than the previous things. It's more complicated because you have different options, you have different type of projects you may want to deploy to different environment. So beside the option of deployment to Microsoft Azure, you have other options. You can deploy to other cloud platform as well. You can also deploy to a physical machine, for example your own laptop, or any on-premise server where you have the administrator privilege. And you can also deploy your project into a virtual machine wherever you have access to with the administrator access. And also you can deploy to a container environment such as Kubernetes or other serverless environment. So it's quite flexible, and it's more complicated. So in our project, please consider your own case and discuss your deployment options with your tutor in a case-by-case manner. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you next time.